So, besides a trust, are there any other strategies to help to prevent estate tax?
Well, we've talked about how the trust is the most common, and certainly the trust would be the cornerstone of any plan. But there are so many things that we can go beyond a trust for clients that have maybe a higher net worth, where estate taxes are really a concern. And I'll just throw some of these out there and let me know if you've heard of it. Have you heard of a family limited partnership?
No, I really haven't.
Very, very powerful estate planning tool. And in fact, from a tax savings technique, I mean, we've talked about the revocable trust, avoiding probate, and providing for your kids and some of these things. But from purely saving estate taxes and trying to save that 55%, the family partnership I've gone on record to say is the most powerful estate planning tool. It's essentially a tool where you can start downloading assets to your children but still retain control over the assets. I mean, a lot of clients they're not adverse to downloading their assets, they just want to keep control. And with the partnership, we can download wealth, which will shrink your estate tax, but keep control up with mom and dad. And then you have you heard of what they call a GRAT, a G-R-A-T, a GRAT? Stands for a Grantor Retained Annuity Trust. And there again, it's a sophisticated tax trust that's purely designed to save on estate taxes. But a GRAT's a trust where you put a block of assets in the trust, and all the growth and all the appreciation on those assets pass to your kids without any estate taxes. So the government's actually very generous in giving us these tax planning techniques, but with the GRAT, all appreciation on a block of assets free of transfer taxes, it's a nice vehicle. And then we have a trust called, I mentioned it earlier, a qualified personal residence trust. That's a trust where you can pass your house tax-free to your kids, your cabin tax-free to the kids. And then we also touched earlier upon the ILIT, the Irrevocable Life Insurance Trust. And a lot of wealthy people will admit that they're going to have to pay a death tax. They'll go out and buy a life insurance policy that can create that liquidity to pay the tax. A lot of techniques we can use there.